Hey,
Hey Ryan, good morning.
morning. How are you?
Good, good. How are you? Do you hear me now?
I do. Yeah, that
Oh,
was weird.
okay, yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
don't
why
know
that
what
wasn't
happened.
working. That's okay. Let me plug in my computer here and we'll get started.
That's okay, thank you. So how
Is
was the
ready?
process yesterday? I know you were
Yeah, so
finishing
I
some.
I was using get new rates for every account to set them up, and I realized yesterday after running a couple more emails that I cannot do it that way. So I have to individually build out all of your automations on your own domains and then give you each your own domains to cycle through. So what I've realized is with every client that I bring on board, I have to buy 5 to 10 domains to run the program for them, which isn't a big deal because you can buy domains for 10, $12. So it's really
Right,
not
right, right.
a headache. So I went ahead and let me go ahead and complete the transaction on GoDaddy here. I selected these. So you tell me if you like these or not. Um, I've got breakingrates.com, breaking savings, and then of course we go with the animals, chimp rates and chirp rates, and then rates junkie. So
Okay.
what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go ahead and buy this real quick. Uh, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to show you how in the future, if you guys ever come to a point to where you get spammed, and all getting spammed is if you send out a cold email and you don't get a high deliverability rate, you get a bunch of bounces, then it basically flags the URL and the email address associated with it, the one that we set up, the candy
Right.
at Get New Rates. So I can probably get it to work still because it's brand new. So what was happening is I set it up underneath Christian and then I duplicated the automation. Here, I'll just show you. I deleted them, but I can show you what I did. I duplicated the automation and that duplicated the emails, but it also duplicated the sender. So what I'm realizing is if you're going to use the same sender on multiple automations, you have to set up the automation from scratch. Can't just duplicate it.
Mm,
So I went yesterday to send your emails and Grace's emails, and both of you guys got like a 0.2% open rate. So I'm going to do today is go into GoDaddy and I'm going to go into G Suite. And what I'm going to do is
so
I'm going
that
to,
so we need domains for every single person, right? Single
yeah,
agency.
yeah. Each agency needs a couple domains, and that's so I went ahead and bought a bunch more. So
Right, right.
I'll set up two for each one of you, and I'm going to have to build out all the automations manually. So I'm probably just going to have to work on that for the next 2 days.
Right,
Um,
right. And the reason for the domain, just to understand, it's
yeah,
because they can be flagged as spam, right? And
yeah,
that's why we don't use our main domains, right?
right, yeah, and not only that, it keeps diversification of your. Give me 1 second here. I'm trying to think of my password. Uh, Keeps diversification of your marketing avenues. So
Okay.
you can become more agile. So now I'm in my Google admin console here. I'll go back for you.
Right.
Went to admin.google.com, came down here to domains. Now, why I'm doing this is the most important thing. Okay. So I'm showing you this because this is in the world of tech. This is called a hack. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I could go to SendGrid and pay a premium to use their mailing servers because they warm their mailing servers up to being like hot. So when you send it, it's going to deliver, but you get a dedicated IP from them. So if you spam that IP address, you're done. Your account, they'll never give you another IP. They'll flag your name. You can't come back in as the same person and create a new account. Right.
Right.
So that happened to me back in 2017. They shut down my account because I had a 70% open rate on my emails, but I was getting 2,000 bounces per email because,
Wow. Okay.
and so what happened was I hacked their email server. I was getting basically 100% deliverability rate despite the bounces. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, I don't know if it was something where I was assigned multiple IP addresses and the IP addresses kept getting changed, or I don't know, why I was able to do it for so long, but eventually they found my account and shut it down. So what we're doing now is when I add a URL to here, a domain, then what we're doing is we're basically pointing that domain to Google. Right?
Okay.
So I'm going to show you this process. Let's go into GoDaddy. Sure. Why can't this be reached? There we go. So I'm going to go to Manage Domains. Because why would I go pay SendGrid to get 100% deliverability rate when I can go through G Suite and get 99.9% deliverability rate on a brand new URL?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they're not going to shut down Google, right?
No, yeah, exactly. You got it. And Google's not going to shut down your admin account because Google is the largest curator of IP addresses in the world. They have the direct source for new IPs. So when their IP addresses get spammed, they replace it with a brand new one. So let's go here and let's find, oh, I bought this for you guys too, because I saw it wasn't bought and I need to send that to, what's her name? Grace, so she can get their quote. Yeah. I saw it one day for $12 and I was like, yeah, I should probably grab that. And
sure.
breaking rates, breaking savings, right? So those two.
Okay.
Come here. Undefined? What do you mean undefined? Add a new domain. So now it's going to say, okay, you need to go in and you need to put this record on that URL, right?
Mm-hmm.
So add a CNAME record. So we go to breaking rates right here. We want to go to manage DNS and open it in a new tab because I want to keep this one open to go to the other URLs. Oops, it didn't open a new tab, but at least we got a new tab here. I'll just click that again. So now we come to CNAME. Do you see this domain control?
Uh-huh.
We want to get rid of that because that's the domain control for GoDaddy. So we just put that in there. Host is @ points to Google site verification. All right. What the heck? Should be working. Yeah. Oh, oops. I see. Cancel. I did the wrong record. Not CNAME record. Text record. Text record.
Oh, text
host.
record.
Yeah. @ text value here. There. Got that done, right? Then we want to go to breaking savings, right? Manage DNS. We want to go back to G Suite. Verify the one we just added. Sometimes you have to click it 2 or 3 times before it recognizes it. It can, take 5 minutes sometimes, but usually it's done here in just a minute. Give it a second. We just updated it.
So we're changing this in order for them to relate it to Google, right? Instead of relating the domain to us, basically. Is that basically the reason that that we do this change? Or
Say that again.
so basically, we're doing this change and
this points it to
section.
Google's. Yeah,
Okay.
we add the record because it points it. It basically points it to say, "Hey Google, you have permission to make changes to my server. You verified my domain." Right.
Okay. Right.
So let's go here. Breaking rates. Let's make sure it's still there. Right. So maybe if we just refresh this. All right, well, we'll just leave that one open. Let's go back to G Suite here. Workspace. Admin. Make me sign in again. Come on. Domains, add a domain, breaking savings. Now what I want to see is it the same text record, site verification. Nope. See, each text record is different, right?
Uh-huh.
So we have to come in and take this one for breaking savings. Oops, how did I get into here? Oh, that was right. That was it. That's what I wanted. Add a text record. Oh, I went to breaking savings first. Oops. What's this one? That makes sense.
That's breaking save. Okay.
So we got to switch this. Save. I don't think GoDaddy liked that I opened up that URL in a new tab. Goodness, come on. Come on, GoDaddy.
It's slow, huh?
It's just not updating. I don't know why it's not wanting to update that record. Probably just gonna have to create a new one. So trash that and add a new one. There we go. So that's breaking savings. So let's go to breaking rates. And then that one was this one, right? For breaking rates was the first. So we need to add our text record. Done. So we got those two done, right? Now we got to do this. Google SMTP DNS. Google SMTP MX records. That's right. So we come here for the MX records and they give us this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we got to create all these files. These are type MX. So copy this one into here, MX host at tab point priority 1. Then come here.
So we need to create those records on each domain, right?
Yep, you got it. Priority 5.
What's
So
the priority? What is
priority is link as into if this one fails, then use these two. If these two fail, then use these two.
Okay.
Yeah. So come in here, do another priority 5. Now we do priority 10s. So it's Alt 3. Alt 3 priority 10. And then the next one's Alt 4. So we can just do this. MX. Alt 4. Priority 10. So this one right now is in the process of being completely pointed to Google. Okay. So that was breaking rates. So we need to go to breaking savings and do the same thing.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, this is the techie stuff you guys don't usually watch, but this has to be done in order for me to continue. So I figured I'd do it this morning and get it done, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely, because you know what.
Too.
Yeah.
if you guys ever have issues
Yeah,
in the
because you don't
future,
want the the domains to be flagged or
right?
have those all these suspended or something like that.
Yeah, and it just pays to do it this way because I mean you could go to. So here, let me show you this. So mailshake.com, autoclose.com. Both of these companies, what they do is they give you a Gmail hosted SMTP server for $49 a month. So you can set up your URL automatically through their system and integrate it with Gmail. Then they have a software suite with it where you can go through and create emails or do email campaigns, right? But what we're doing is we're doing that process that they do automatically manually right now, right?
Okay.
So we want an MX so that we can have the high deliverability rate on a cold basis. Alt 1 needs to become Alt 2. This is priority 5. Add MX. Add Alt 3. Priority 10. And then MX, add Alt 4, priority 10. So those two are done. So let's go back here and let's try it now. Done. This one. Done. All right, cool. So those two emails, those two URLs are done. So let's go back to Google Admin and let's add 2 more. And it's good for you to watch it over and over anyway. So I come in here, add my domain. So let's go back to domains. Oh, chimp rates and chirp rates. We'll do those next, okay? So manage domains, add a domain, chimprates.com. And it's going to give us that info. Copy. Come in here, create a text record, right? It's our first one. So text record, host at this save. Then we only need this, right?
The MX record.
You got it.
So the MX record is the same for all the domains, or?
Yep, for every domain. You got it.
Uh-oh.
So priority 1, save. The only thing that's different is the text record. It's individual.
Okay.
Because these are pointing to, I think this is Alt 1, isn't it?
Yeah, you just start like Alt 1, Alt 2, Alt 3.
Yeah. 5. Did I already do priority 1? Yeah.
Yeah. Why they have the same priority, like a 5, like a twice or 3 times, and then 10, like twice? Is that because it shouldn't be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Yeah, I don't necessarily know. To be quite frank, it's probably to deal with priority in terms of keeping the records up. So it goes to the first, basically the first set of servers that have IP addresses. Then if you get spammed on that set, then it goes to the second, which is the priority 5, and then it has a backup, right? Just in case that server goes down. And then there's a third, just in case those servers go down, just to double backup on Google's servers, I think is what it is. So that way, if you are a client and you keep getting sent to spam, but you're still using the services and stuff like that, they just put you down the priority list, right? So if you go priority 10, then you're most likely, not going to have high deliverability rate, right? So it starts at the top, brings you down to the bottom to keep the
Right.
the spam load off of the main server
Okay.
to still provide the services to people. See what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
because they get people who come on and spam people, like heavy spam on a regular basis. So that one's done. We're good here, good here. Let's go ahead and verify this one. That one's done. And then we did what? Chimp rates.
And do you think with your experience, people, they like these kind of domains, the ones that are funny, kind of
Yeah.
different?
Yeah, the ones that they have like a special character of some kind. So, I'm going to get creative with the logos and stuff like that as time goes on. Did I do chimp rates? Yeah. But the only reason for the emails that we're doing this for is if they go and actually look at the sender and they see the URL, they can see it has to do with rates, right? That's all we want them to really see, or savings.
Right.
Alt 4. So chirp rates. So add the text record. Add the MX. Hey, thank you. Look at that, finally caught up with us. Boom. That's easy, Francisco, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of little details, huh?
Alt 3. You're not going to give me Alt 3 on the list? Come on. There. Come on. Get out of the way. Verify. Verify. All right. Do it again. See what else we got here. How many do we have?
So we need for all the domains, right? All the
Yeah, we
domains
just see how many we've
process.
got. I think this might be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8. That's 2 apiece. Okay, we'll do that. So now what we have to do is we have to create email addresses for these accounts. Okay. So I need to go to admin roles, I believe. No. Dashboard. Oh. I need to create a user. That's what I need to do. People and sharing. Contacts. No, that's not what I want. Add new email user G Suite. Nope. Google admin console invite, add new user. The admin console homepage. This is what I wanted, huh? Ah, it's that easy. Goodness, users. All right, so here they are, right? So we're just gonna make up users on this. And I like Candy Jones because the name Candy. A lot of people like it, especially men. It's funny, but I've done tests on live calls and using people's names and the call to action, and the best name to use is Candy. I don't know why.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one we're just gonna do Candy Jones. At Chirp Rates. We don't need a phone number. And then ask for password change at next sign in. So now what I have to do is just go to candy@chirprates.com on Google and sign in, and it'll give me a new password, right? So add new user.
And the reason for the emails is for the all these steps that the leads are going to follow, right? They're going to be sent into these emails, or
It's for deliverability.
okay.
Email deliverability, right? So now what I need to do is I need to go add another account. Candy at Chirp Rates, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I need to delete this password and put in the one that I just copied. And then it's going to tell me to set a new one. Accept. I'll just do the one that I've got for all of them. Save it. Boom. Confirm. Okay, now I'm going to send a test message to make sure that the email server is actually working. All right. Give that a second here. And sometimes it can take, 15, 20 minutes for those servers to point to the email. Nope, we're good. Boom, done. So we set that email up on Gmail already. It's good to go. Now we can take that into ActiveCampaign and verify it, right? So let's do that real quick.
Okay.
This is what I'll be doing all afternoon for you guys. But at least this way you can see the process. That's right. We just need to do this. Okay. So we go to automations. And since I couldn't use your copied automations anyway, and the email on what's her names had gotten spammed, I'm just going to have to create new automations, which is what I'm doing today. So you don't have to worry about sitting and watching that, but I'll just show you how to get this email verified real quick. So now what this is doing is we're coming into ActiveCampaign verifying a Gmail, and ActiveCampaign is saying, okay, fine, send from Gmail servers then. Right? Once we verify it and we have that email verified, we've proven that we own those servers and that we're the person on them. So then ActiveCampaign says, all right, hands up, I give up, get off our servers, use Gmails for your emails. So we're gonna go send
Okay.
email, create an email, cold email, low rates, cold email. So we select this one, and then we have to put in the email, right? So candy@chirprates.com. Oh, it's not verified. Please send verification email. Ding. Okay. So let's wait. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, they want to make sure that this email is active, right? And everything is it's good with the email.
From your servers instead of theirs. They'll put a verification on your email, like a text verification record, so you don't have to go and independently register each one of your URLs as the sender, right? But they just want to make sure that you own the URL you're trying to send from. And the way they do that is, hey, you set up an email address on that URL, and we'll send you a verification email. You click it, then we'll send from your servers with our text verification saying that this is a legitimate URL, right?
Okay.
Give it a second here. Sometimes it takes a minute from ActiveCampaign to hit the inbox, but man, if I would have known this 5 years ago, I'd be in a completely different position in my business. Like if I would have taken advantage of ActiveCampaign and known this hack, this workaround that we're doing, I mean, I would have been.
You know what? Yeah, the CRM, you know, it's impressive. You know, like everything
It's
that
crazy.
is there. Did you put the pieces together, like different softwares, different?
You know, I tried Go High Level, and theirs you had to integrate directly with your G Suite, like your Google account. So in order for me to use multiple different Google accounts and different email addresses and URLs, etc., then I had to create multiple high level accounts. This one, I just tested it. I sent out a couple emails, started playing with the system and trying to figure it out. And here's the problem with me is I've been doing this stuff for so long that now when I get into these new systems and start testing them out, instead of me just seeing if it will send an email, I start testing the limits of what it can do very quickly, you know, because I know how to see where the downfall is with the software and whether or not it's going to be beneficial for my business, like identify it within a day or two. And
Right.
I can either use their texting or I can use my own through Twilio. So if they ever get to the point to where they ban me for texting, I can turn around and go through a third party on Twilio and just buy new phone numbers. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go High Level, they go through Twilio as well. But here's the problem is that with Go High Level, when you set up all these automations on the back end, it's all for one URL. It's one company. Now you can white label and do multiple agencies within an account, kind of, but it was just very basic. And when I came across this, it seemed advanced enough to do what I needed done for my clients.
Yeah, because you have to send like a lot of, you know, like quantity, you know, like so it's easy to be flagged.
Well, and even with ActiveCampaign, the problem is that they only have the ability to hold up to 10,000 contacts at a time, unless I want to pay $1,200 a month for up to 50,000, which that sounds like a lot of money. But when you get, like, my goal is to, once you guys are done with your 6 months, my goal is that you guys will pay me for the automations and pay me for your sites to be up, your white labels. And so that the automations stay up, the emails stay up, the emails that you guys send to me, the leads you send to us into the system from your efforts and everything is fully integrated and automated, and it runs monthly for a monthly fee. right, would be the idea. But that if I can get my clients to come in and not only pay for the automations and the CRM and the CRM and the funnels, the white labels, then from there it justifies spending that, you know, $1,200 per month for those 50,000 emails, those contacts, because what I'm doing is I'm unsubscribing and deleting these contacts as they're being updated as non-opens or bounces, right? So it'll take a long time, probably another 2-3 months for me to get to the point to where I've got 10,000 active contacts within my database. Then at that point, I think I'll probably be looking at a custom email server. And then I'm looking at like building a WordPress and doing the same thing that I just did here. I can do it through WordPress with plugins and create my own cold email marketing system from that, which is more custom than what we're doing here through ActiveCampaign. And I just don't have the time for that right now. So let's see if this is sent yet. We just got to wait for, there it is finally. Verify, right?
Right.
Click verify, it comes back in. Boom, we're verified, okay? So I'm gonna say ActiveCampaign manages deliverability and authentication for me, right? So this will show, the email will show it comes from us at Chirp Rates, but it will say send on behalf of, right? So chirprates.com, send on behalf of ActiveCampaign is what it's going to say if somebody goes in, and it says right here, most of your contacts will not see this and will be entirely unaware of this unless they inspect the email source code, right? So I'm just going to let them do it because I don't want to deal about, you know, having to go in here and change all the, see what I'm saying? Because we could go chirprates.com, generate, pull it, and then test it. Let's test it. Let's see what happens, okay? Why not? Yeah, GoDaddy's struggling today. So let's go to Chirp Rates. Come on, GoDaddy. So then it tells us domain key, text value, host. See that period on the end there? GoDaddy will automatically add that. So I just don't put the period on the end. See if they did or not. Okay. So generate your DNS record for your SPF. Oh. All right, so we come in here, take this one. Done, okay? So we've got all that taken care of. I come, save settings. So settings saved. Let's go and make sure everything looks good. And then the next thing we want to do is go back to the automation, send a test email, right? Just to make sure it's coming through, deliverability's there.
Right.
So the way you do that is you come through and go to the email editor. Is this the one we're on? Currently in draft, edit. And we have to fill it with some context. So this is Chirp, so let's do this. Icons. Was it flat icons that I? Oh, What happened? Heck.
So you already know the websites that you like and everything.
Yeah, flat icons. So this one, right? Do a bird. So we come in here and we find one of these as our logo, right? So this one, very much like Twitter. All right, I'm going to download it. I've got an account here, so it automatically gives me the downloaded file. There it goes. So we come back in here. We're going to say tweet new rates inbound, right? We'll just say tweet. What do you think? Spaced or
Yeah.
not?
No space. Maybe it's better.
We could do chirprates.com here. That's okay. So let's come here. We add the logo. Downloads. Pigeon. We're going to edit. Oh, wrong one. Crap. Cancel. Where's the editing stuff? Well, that's. Oh, there it is. It's dark. I can't see it.
Yeah, it's a little darker, right?
It has the lines on it. Why did it do that to me? I should have unlimited downloads here. Guess not. This one's doesn't have any lines, does it?
I don't see now. The other one had the white ones, right?
Yeah, let's open this one and make sure it doesn't have them. No white lines, right?
No.
Okay, so we got that one downloaded. Let's go to, here's one thing we have to do. Otherwise, you'll blow up their email inbox, is we have to resize the images.
Oh, okay. It gets
Because
smaller.
I thought we could do it inside of the editor, but we can't. So I'm going to delete in some of these windows that I can. This Windows are making my computer slow.
Working on so many things at the same time, yeah.
I know, it's nuts. So no, I don't want to quit GIMP. Cancel. Open GIMP. Where is it? So file, open new, because we just want a plain big white one. Change color to white. Open as layers and open the image that we just got in our downloads. So documents, or bird dog downloads. Downloads, there it is. So once it loads here, uh-oh, I need to clear my downloads folder. Bird, open. So now, we can take the bird, we can scale it. It's at 520. Let's go to 50. View. zoom in by 400%. And then we want to merge it down onto the background. So merge down, and then those orange square will disappear. So we can go ahead now and do a crop. And we can crop this baby like that. And click it. And then file, export as bird. And overwrite it. Replace. All right, so now when we come in here, CRM, and add it into the email, add new image, bird. It's small. So background, we want to make white. And then we're just going to go ahead and we're going to test it. Send test. So come here, log in. Boom. Deliverability.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to be doing all day for all these domains and
Okay.
getting all your automations set up. And I'll give you each 2 to start with. That's all we're going to need here for through the holidays for each one of you. But you'll all end up with at least 4 to 6 that these leads will cycle through each one of your automations, and we'll be able to say, hey, upload these records and give your team task to come in each morning and upload 50 to 100 new records, and you just do it every day. That's
Perfect,
365 times 100 is 36,000. So we get 36,000 records through this thing through the next year alone, and that's assuming that we can't increase our daily deliverability to 500 over time, right? But from scratch we can't. It's getting sent to spam. So that's why I have to do this for every single URL so that we keep that deliverability.
Yes, yeah. No, excellent.
And over time we'll bring it up.
We can wait because we have we're in the process of hiring like 2 more producers, to get ready.
Cool.
To get those leads and everything. So that's why we want even for them to start calling the opens, because it's an opportunity. If somebody opens an email, it's because they're interested, right? They saw something that they liked. So
yep, they opened it because it sounded interesting. What new rates on what? And so that's why moving forward, I think it's best to just send leads to your team via email or update into the CRM if they've clicked on a link or filled out a form. The opens we can put onto an Excel spreadsheet and just update it over time so they have a cold call.
Yes. Right.
So that's stuff I'm working on. But if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll be hanging out today doing this till about 2 o'clock.
Okay, perfect. Just one more question. Did you I know you were talking with DYL. We got DYL, last month. We started learning a little bit of DYL. But I know they have this lead management, right? That we're getting some ever quotes and they're coming directly to the DYL. So that's the idea, if you find
give me here. I think they were supposed to send me an email.
Because that's the idea when we have the leads that are in our interested level, that they can come to the producer directly to the DYL, right? So for the opens, I think we can handle with the Google Sheets, things like that, like a cold calling. But if we have someone at the level of interest that we need, so those are good leads for the for the producers.
Yeah, she was supposed to send me. Yeah, that lady has not sent me that email yet. I'll call them again and say,
let me know. You get the information, let me know and see if there is anything we have to do here in our end.
Sure.
And see how can we do that process.
Okie dokie. Well,
All right.
I'm going to keep working on this stuff. And if you guys have any questions, let me know.
Perfect. Okay, Ryan, thank you.
Yep. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Bye-bye.